Hello guys, welcome to our new video. So I am coming back again with my story which is about a successful person. So the story is begin with a man whose name is Shivam. Shivam is used to live along with his wife whose name is Ria and his son whose name is Raghav. So once a day it happens Raghu is something like a uncontrollable mind means he is not focused onto the studies and he is generally trying to keeping away from study type things. So after passing of time, the man, the story about what the Shivam. The Shivam is basically a labor who is working hard day and night to fulfill the livelihood of their family. So, but their child, who is Raghu, are not too curious about their studies, and he once a day he starts saying to his father that I also want to become like you. I also want to work like you because you are really a hardworking person and this. So when their wife listens all of this talk about of their child, then wife says, do you ever know how many hard work he will do to put a food into your table? Do you ever thinking how many potential he did to get food onto their table. So after listening this, the boy says the boy did not understand what their mom says, and he just start crying at the time. So after some time, their father Shivam come back at the place and says, "What happened? Why you are started crying?" Then the boy says, then the boy not have to say anything, and the wife just starts saying, wife just telling all the things about what happens at the time. Okay, so the wife all saying all the type things. So after this, the man says, "No problem. You can come up with me on next day, and you will also realize how the things actually work. How how I am being able to walk for how many days." So the next day, so so on evening, he will just he will just go with their child Raghav to 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 watching sunset. So when he is going on to the market, then a rich man just stop in their front. Then the rich man has just stop in their front of, and after watching the rich man has come up in their open their gate, and he comes to the Shivam, and he says, so when a rich man approaches the Shivam, he says, what you are doing here? He says, I am not doing anything. I am just take a walk with my child whose name is what the name whose name is Raghu. So after all of this, the man says, the man just called their child who is already sitting on board. So after calling them, he says, Meet him. He is a man whose name is Shivam. So a boy is also along with there. So he says, if you want to visit, if you want to visit my home, so I can also take a tour of my home. If you if you are interested in to take a tour, then you can come out and take a tour. So the man Shivam and their child, without saying anything, just going them. So after reaching into their home, and he realized a enormously beautifully beautifully constructed home, or they are observed a enormously beautifully decorated home. So they are observed a enormously beautifully decorated home at that time. So they are just super amazed by the home. That home was too big and too shiny. There are multiple type of servants are used to work simultaneously. So they are belongs to their poor family, and when they saw much of that much of facilities, so they are super amazed at that time. So after this what happens? So after all of this, the man the man with his child the man with his child is think about, or start observing the home details, means how he how the rich men are arranged and manage their house so cleanly, so clearly. So after watching these stuffs, their child, the rich man child Raghu says, Papa, I will have to submit my project on tomorrow. So so you need to solve my all questions. Otherwise, I will be fail at our exam. So after listening the voice of the child, he is approaching. So he says, so the man says, come on with me, and I I will take a tour of I will going to take a tour of my child's room. We so after the time, the child's rooms, they are observing the child's rooms are so big that much that their entire home can fit onto their room. Their room was so big, so big. So when they are watching that, then the child Raghu, who is son of Shivam, are so amazed, and the time finished, and the Subham was simply amazed and astonished at the time that he cannot able to think much more. Means he just start thinking that much, how rich man can more better than an average man or middleman. So he just thinks like they are superpower. Rich men have so much ability to do two things than a poor man. So after a big realization, they are ready to transfer and converse their performance with a great extent. So after the event has been passed, the boy or comes, and the boy will The boy will, the boy was, the boy is going to their home, and after going to home, he realized, and he's just making mind that I need to do hard work in future, that my hard work pays off, and I also became a rich man, and I also have a big room that like that a rich man child have. So after putting all of this in your brain, he's just he just so clarifying it that way. So after, so the time are began past, and the next day will happen, and on to a next day, their father says, "Let's go, brother. Let's go, child. You are saying that you want a work like me, and if you want, let's go. I am going to show you everything how the things actually happens." So the boy says, "No, Papa, I am not. I am not want to go with you." So their father says, "What happened, bro? What happened, child? Why you not want to go with me?" So he will start telling like, "I also need to do something hard. I work hard as I can, and I became a rich man at one day." So the time their so their father says, "As you wish, the things you want to do, you can do." So at the time the child, after the time the child work hard, super hard on each day, every day, he's just astonishing and pronouncing their just super astonished. So he works hard at the time, and after doing hard work for constantly time, he also being surprised, he also being placed by, also being he also being prized by their college, and at 12 he will top the college. At in class 12 he will top the school, and after showing their determination and dedication at this extent that are their father are ready to give them a prize for them, because their father is ready to give a big prize to them. So he start trying to making our things more aligned. So this is a story all about how uncontrolled mind is changes into a focused mind and deep thinking mind. So it is not about, it's a story tells that it is not necessary to for teach a child, for teaching a child you always need to scolding him or beating him. It's not generally necessary. Sometimes you need to just explain the things in more realistic way in which you can. It is not important necessarily that you are just scolding their child without reason, that you are doing wrong things. This is not a great way. You need to teach your child in great way in which they can learn more efficiently as they want. It is not like just, okay, so you are understandable, you are super talented and memorable and uh, everything. So that's the story for today, guys. This is about a successful person, how a unfocused mind has changed into a focused mind with a continuous approach. So that's for today, guys. We will come back again. Till then, goodbye and welcome to again.